Hey, what's going on, everyone? We did it. We are here. We are back for another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Aliens. It's not aliens. Alien Earth. I'm tripping. Episode 8. The real monsters. A new power dynamic emerges. Lamont. That's the first time I saw that synopsis right there, and it is very, very fitting. We are at the conclusion, sir. The season finale, the final episode. What do you think, sir? Let us know. Let us know.
Amazing. Amazing. The two the one alien creature I was rooting for, Octo Eye, she survived. And like I said, if anybody was going to get away from the island, it would be her. And I still contend that she's a good guy. I still contend that
I don't know.
even
I don't know.
even through the end of this, and I'll explain to you in the audience why I think she'll wind up being good. It has a lot to do with the body she encapsulated at the end.
Yeah, we could talk about it briefly now, man. Arthur, he just keep popping up. Can we let Arthur rest in peace, man? I
No.
mean, this guy, he quit. No, he didn't quit. He got fired. His body is washed up on the beach, man. Just trying to get some last little bit of scenery in. We got the xenomorph hovering over the body, octo eye. Damn, I wasn't expecting that, Lamont.
Me neither.
I really was not expecting that, man.
Mm-mm.
For Arthur to come back from the dead with the
Right.
Octo Eye lurking around in season 2, and there's just so much story to tell. That
Be
it
Avery.
got started, man. Like I feel like it's 4 or 5 seasons worth.
Be Avery. That Octo Eye and Arthur, who's already smart, that could be dangerous. Now, we know Arthur has a good heart. And the question is, how much of Arthur's presence will remain as part of the psyche of Octo Eye? Do you think everything in Arthur is dead? Zero? You
Everything
think
is dead.
zero?
Zero,
Okay.
zero.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a miracle. I don't see how they can write themselves out of this. To
Mhm.
me, it would be just a phony baloney if they came up with some way to, try to make sense of this. But I don't know. Octo Eye is still roaming around, man. A matter of fact, since we talking about Octo Eye, that was a hell of a scene.
Oh,
In with Joe, with the hermit frog.
oh yeah.
Wendy's brother. Like Octo was very, very aggressive. I didn't even know that Ames was setting him up like that. Like, oh yes, we worked out a deal for you. Why don't you just come over here and we can have a conversation? You'll love it. It's to change your heart. You can leave with your sister. They're setting them up for the okie doke, man. The banana and the tailpipe. Did you think that Joe was going to survive Octo Eye, or did you think he was a goner?
No, I knew he was going to survive, and I saw that setup coming. But what I didn't see coming was Homeboy was a synthoid too. I didn't
Yeah,
see that coming.
I didn't either.
That took me by surprise. But what I enjoy most about that scene is Wendy is the ultimate synthoid. This young lady can control everything, including the synthoids. She shut him down after she saved her brother from Octo Eye, because Octo Eye was hungry. Okay. She,
Mhm.
I mean, she was like the symbiont getting on Eddie Brock. Okay. It needed a body. Show me the body. And she wanted that body. But Wendy came in, punched the hell out of her. I thought Wendy had killed her for a minute. And then she shut down the butler. And I'm just like, what can Wendy not do?
Yeah, I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest with
Oh,
you.
okay.
And guys, I don't mean to interrupt the show, but Lamont, do me a favor. If you look
Yeah.
at the controls, there's a settings tab on the bottom right. I want you to click
Hmm.
that, sir. And then I want you to click video and unclick option that says mirror camera. And
Okay.
because I was looking at your shirt that says Fantastic Four, and it's so lovely, and it was reversed, but now I can see it. So that's what's up right there. So I got to get me one, man. So we
I
can wear
got
them
you.
at the same time. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. Sorry for the interruption. I don't know if I'd have liked that though, Lamont, with the her
Really?
controlling everything. I mean, she can already control she's already the xenomorph whisperer. She can
Hmm.
control them and talk to them and communicate. That is a plot leap right there. But that's
Right.
fine. They want to write it that way. Now she can hack into the whole system. It can control the other Sims. It just seems like I guess cheating in a way. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Wendy and I don't want her to win, but I mean, I was ready for the challenge, but if she can just kind of do whatever she wants to do, it just kind of takes the challenge away a little bit and not make it as fun. The look on your face is like I'm crazy over here. Go ahead with your response.
I'm not going to say you crazy because there are alien creatures over there that we have seen can harm these synthoids. Your boy got hurt, and we don't know what kind of damage that star thingy can do to possibly the synthoids as well. So, granted, Wendy does have a
Okay.
lot of power, but there are alien creatures that can deal with some of these synthoids, and I wouldn't say that she's all powerful and can't be touched, which leads me to a good question, B. Avery, that I want to pose to you in the audience. So we've got Wendy, who's mother of xenomorphs. And then you've got Daenerys Targaryen, who's mother of dragons. If you in the audience had to pick which creature you wanted to be the mother of, which one would y'all pick? Daenerys Targaryen, mother of dragons, or Wendy Synthoid, mother of xenomorphs, and pretty much mother of all technology? Which one you going, B. Avery? That's a
I'm
tough
going
question.
Daenerys, mother of dragons.
What?
Yes, and you said it.
What?
You come on. You so confident with your whats and your questions.
Yeah, I'm very
I
confident.
mean, the mother of the xenomorphs is cool, but dragons, they're 50 times bigger than a xenomorph and has fire breath.
Okay. Okay, audience, she's also mother of technology. If you see a big ass dragon coming through the sky, she can order a F-16 to go take that dragon out
But
with
see,
her technology.
you can't be hacking F-16s now. You moving the goalposts.
But
like
how?
how, how, the
How? You see,
the
B. Avery,
is
you
the
saw her in
F-18
this
going to be
movie.
in the network? Is the F-18 going to be in the network? It has to be
Yes.
in the network. Okay,
Well, I mean,
you're moving the goalposts, sir.
how? How? Look, you saw her hack into their network. She hacked into the network. She got them free. Then she hacked into all this. She could hack into his synthoids on the island.
Okay, so
What?
mother of xenomorphs and all technology.
She's mother of both.
Okay, I'll take the xenomorph queen then.
Yeah, of
If
course.
you're going in
Now, if
F-18,
if if it was just that she was mother of xenomorphs, then yeah, of course we taking the dragon. But you are seeing that she can control. Not only can she control the xenomorphs, but she's controlling technology. She's controlling carbon and non-carbon existence. It's going to be hard to stop Wendy.
do you like Wendy still at this point, or do you think she's
Yes.
on overboard?
No, I love
She
Wendy.
wants to
You
rule.
know, I love Wendy, and you know what made me love her even more? The fact that she had mercy for her brother.
What do you mean mercy for her brother? Why wouldn't she have mercy for her brother? Like her brother did something wrong. Yeah, let's talk about that. The end of
because
episode 7.
because Wendy had pretty much decided that humans were bad, and she saw humans attacking her brother's synthoids, and felt like the humans attacking them was a bad thing. And her brother, who didn't do nothing wrong, because I'm on his side too. Don't get me wrong, I'm on his side too. He was trying to defend the humans from old girl with the red hair
Nibs,
attacking them.
nibs.
Yeah, Nibs. I love that name for her. Nibble Nibs. And he just did what he thought was right to protect humans. He's all about saving life. At the same time, Wendy is upset because she feels like humans are the cause of all this chaos. The synopsis for this episode breaks it down perfectly. The real monsters was the humans. And so she was trying to protect her own. And within all that, her own people reminded her that your brother is still one of us. You might be mad with him, but he's one of us. And she could have took that the wrong way and be like, nope, he's not one of us, but she didn't. And she saved him from Octo Eye, and then she wound up walking out with him. So yeah, that just made me like her even more.
I don't like Nibs. I think she needs some muzzle.
You think she's crazy? You think
Yes,
she's crazy?
she
Okay.
thought she was pregnant out of nowhere, and I mean, she knew she was a synthroid too, but she still decided, and she was old enough to know how that works,
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
man. I agree.
She ripping off faces. I mean, I'm not mad at her for punching a bodyguard in the face, but that was disturbing. They did walk in there just Billy Badass, like they just run. I mean, come on now, you should have known the power dynamic has changed quite a
Yeah.
bit, but she growling and snarling and like a gargoyle. I'm just like, ugh, like we need to sit her down somewhere, man.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan. Now we got the xenomorph Lamont that is
Mhm.
roaming. Or no, that's not one. Two xenomorphs, an adult xenomorph and a baby xenomorph,
Baby.
roaming around looking for people to eat. And they run up on this soul right here, Dame, the
Mhm.
corporate. She's the main reason why everything is falling apart.
She
Wendy
definitely.
Wendy would not have gotten upset and switched sides if she would have stayed team husband with Arthur and be like, no, Adam, Imes, we are not going to do it. We are not going to change the integrity of the body, of the mind, or whatever the hell I'm trying to say with Nibs. We are not going to erase her mind. As soon as she did that, man, she shot up the club. Everything is messed up. Wendy's pissed off, got a new philosophy. But the xenomorph came and was hovering over our body at the grave. How you feeling about her, man? You Dame Sylvia, you know. Do you like her? Is she your best friend? You hate her? You want the xenomorph to rip her face off? I don't like her. I wish the xenomorph would have ate her face and buried her in the ground next to the rest of the graves. Where you at on
I
that?
don't I don't like her, and the main reason I don't like her is because she didn't listen to her husband, who felt like it
Yeah.
was time that we protect the children. The husband was in that moment being an excellent leader,
Yes,
giving excellent leadership, and she didn't listen to it.
correct.
And for that, I don't like her. But beyond that behavior, I do still think she has some redeemable qualities. I do think that after all this has gone down, and she's seen everything that's happened from her husband to these kids that she claims she loves to her now being stuck in prison with that crazy cavalier. I
Mm.
do think that next season she can redeem herself and become a fan favorite, but at some point in time, Avery, she's going to be a sacrifice.
Ooh, redeem herself. Okay, and be a fan favorite. She may be
Mhm.
able to redeem herself,
Right.
and she most likely will be some type of sacrifice.
Mhm.
Fan favorite to me is a stretch, but it's not impossible. We can see, we can find out, but I don't think I think a fan favorite is saying a bit much, but
That's too strong. I'm not going to say fan favorite. I'm going to say she might have a good fan redemption arc. Let me characterize it that way.
okay.
A good fan redemption arc, because I don't think anybody cares for her right now. Nobody probably likes her, but I think that she could have a great redeeming arc by sacrificing herself for the benefit of the kids.
Benefit of the kids. Talking about Wendy's a kid. You got Joe right here. And there's another one. Okay, these pictures they gave me sucks. We got Morrow that's
Oh,
beat up.
oh,
I like Morrow. I like him. I have a love-hate relationship for him. But when Wendy opened up the door
hmm,
and he saw that he had a way to escape, went out there and started beating up the guard. Joe was like, "Don't hurt him." He was like, "Get off me. I'm gonna go save the day." Well, you better go save the children, because I'm gonna burn this mother effer down. Man, I sure did believe him that
I
he was
did
like
too.
the juggernaut, man, an unstoppable force. Just get out of the way. I loved it. And the first person he goes after is Mr. Kirsch.
Oh, oh,
What did you think about the fight, Lamont? They've been brewing it up, man, since episode was that 4. You know,
yeah, yeah.
what you think of the showdown, man? What you think? Kirsch versus Morrow
It
versus Kirsch.
was it was decent, and it was going the way I wanted it to go, because I wanted to see Morrow do him, but I knew Kirsch had some tricks up his sleeve because he feels nothing. He
Yeah,
reacts to nothing, and he's very cerebral. Kirsch is very cerebral. And me and you was talking about, was he being loyal to Cavalier last episode review, and I told you he was. The whole plan for Kirsch was to sabotage Morrow and his team and capture that baby for the use of Cavalier and the team. That was his whole plan. He was going to sacrifice Arthur and everybody just to get that to happen. And I did not like the way the fight ended, where he kind
mm,
of overcame Morrow at the very end. But I guess they had to do that because the way Morrow had whooped that ass, B. Avery had acid coming out of his synthoid mouth,
Yeah.
it, that would have been probably a little too much of a butt whipping. So they had to do something. Even though I didn't like it, I think it was the best way to write it.
You know, I think it was the best way to write it too, but I did like it because it was
Oh,
pretty much an even fight.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know the power scaling between, you know, a cyborg and a synthoid, you know, but it was a good matchup. I really couldn't tell who was going to win while they was cooking in the kitchen. And
Yeah.
you know, when they delivered the food at the end, I was satisfied. It was an even match. It was unexpected. You know, when Morrow body slammed Kirsch and like the blood or foam or whatever was coming out, I was enjoying Morrow um, gloating, you know,
Me
haha,
too.
I'm on top, you know, I'm gonna win. But he got distracted by some alien and Curse evened the playing field out, but still didn't dominate. And then
No.
again, when Slightly and Smee came in there and was like, nah, we ain't effing with y'all, and they both ended up in the same cell, I was like, okay, yeah, this is what's up right here. You know, it was a nice fight between the two of them. It was a draw. They ended up in the same place. Maybe they'll have to team up and
Yeah.
season
And
two, you
who
know,
and who
each
who
other.
said that was going to happen? Who
There you,
said they're going to have to
there you
team
go.
up?
Yeah, there you go, right there. So that you
Yeah.
know, they hated each other. They was talking all that noise, all that trash in the elevator. You know what I like about synths is, you know, they don't feel anything when I'm breaking their neck and or whatever they were saying. Y'all remember that episode,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah.
really did enjoy that. That was something that they promised that they, you know, and they did deliver. So that's pretty cool right there. Do you I can't remember if I've already asked you this though. The relationship between Wendy and Joe, her brother, is
Mhm.
it over with? Or, you know, you think there's something still there? Because
There's something still there.
he wasn't really, well, I know he still loves her. They had an
Yeah.
argument at the end. And I know that she is more willing to part ways than he is. But he
Mhm.
really didn't seem too thrilled with the direction that was headed towards the end. But the reason why I ask is it seems like her foot is set in her place, but at the same time, when she was going through the surveillance footage and hacking the system, she was reminiscing, or I can't actually, was it him reminiscing or her reminiscing on their childhood? When she was going, when he went off to the war and she was like, "Hey, won't you come back and spend time?" Was that his dream or her dream? I'm sorry, I don't even
I
remember.
think that was his.
Okay.
But if you recall, she had hers earlier in in the series anyway. So, you know, this was kind of like a around the circle callback. Earlier, before she knew he was around, she had hers. Now that he's there, he's having his with her. And I do think that that is just going to keep them together. At the end of the day, I think that they will continue to communicate. And I think that the leadership team is going to be Wendy and her brother, Hermit.
Okay. Will I didn't know that so many people was going to survive. Will Boy Cavalier wear shoes in season 2, or is he allergic? Because
Man,
I'm walking around barefoot all day with black feet. Is really
man.
driving me up a wall here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm so tired of this nigga barefoot and wearing pajamas all the damn time. Dude, get a life, man. Get a life. Get a life. Put on some clothes, man. Goodness gracious. And he might be forced to put on some clothes, B. Avery. And I want to add this ad lib to you, B. Avery. Did at some point in time you think that Octo Eye was going to merge with Cavalier? At one point in time, I thought Cavalier was going to let Octo Eye get him on purpose.
No, I didn't think that. I didn't think, but I did think that he was going to take him over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think he was going to do it on purpose.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think Cavalier would sacrifice himself like that. I thought he would sacrifice anybody else. So that guard that he had in there, I think he was about to like, "Hey, how's your ride?" And guard was like, "What?" He was like, go get at him." You know, he needs to
Yeah.
do some cleaning or something like that. So that
He
that,
wouldn't
that
want the eye in a guard anyway, because the eye is already smart.
yeah.
Put that eye into a pretty strong specimen, man. Watch out.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that. You definitely got to watch out. I are you satisfied that Cavalier's still alive and that he didn't die? or did you want him to die?
No, I'm satisfied with that because I want to see the meeting between Waylon Yutani and his organization. I want to see that face to face. I want to see how it goes because Waylon is going to want Morrow back because Morrow is probably an expensive piece of technology too, and
I,
an explorer.
this is true. I wonder if they're gonna explain the transition because like Waylon was the old white man, Utani is the Asian lady or her grandmother
Mhm.
and granddaughter.
Right.
Um, and it's like Whale Utani. So I know this series is ignoring Alien Prometheus, but
Hmm.
in Alien Prometheus, Wayland was there, which was a prequel to this. So I'm thinking maybe Wayland is dead now. I don't know.
Hmm.
But you did want to see that, yeah. They're jamming. I mean, they're the cyborg probably cut the system or cut the cable in the water. Wayland or Utani is jamming the signal. We see them coming in from all these futuristic hovercraft, spaceship type air devices. Um, Prodigy looks like they're screwed, bro. The xenomorph
Hmm.
is wandering around killing all the guards. What's gonna happen to Prodigy, man? And we saw those guards die. They're stupid as hell. They're trying to escape, right? They're like, let's go to the armory. Hey, man, but they choose to go into the room with all the aliens. Now I knew they know where they at.
Come on, man.
Like you can't watch what you're opening the door for. You can't peek your head and be like, all right, we're good in here. Let's keep this door shut.
Yeah.
The black chick looked in the room and saw the bed being disintegrated and smoking and melted with alien debris all over the place. She gonna open the door when you can already look in there and see? For what? There ain't no missiles and rocket launchers in here. Let's go to the next room. Lamont, what's going on?
Be Avery. Black people don't make mistakes like that. But we're not interested in being the first. We don't want to trailblaze. We want to follow the trail. Come on. And then on top of that, the way in which they had that starfish creature
Mm,
creeping around the whole building, because we haven't seen the starfish really do anything the whole season. And they saved the best for last. That thing was dripping whatever it was dripping
yeah.
and was able to suck that woman up and eat her like a Venus flytrap. And B. Avery, they say once you go black, you don't go back. So
You
I don't
see,
know if that starfish going to eat anything else.
you see.
But what's crazy is look at how many times she shot the thing up on the inside where it should be the most vulnerable, and it didn't do nothing. So
Yeah.
how do you destroy that thing? To me, that might be the toughest of all the alien creatures. That thing might be tougher than a xenomorph.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying to you, like, it seems like Wendy got the upper hand, but we've seen creatures that can take out these synthoids, and I do think that starfish is going to be pretty dangerous.
Yeah. We're gonna see, because Utani really doesn't know what they're getting themselves into exactly, or maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe well, no, I take that back because what is his name? Morrow did have the data from the ship, which I'm
Right.
pretty sure, pretty much guaranteed that he did give it to Utani when he went back to base for debriefing. So they do have some information. So I take that back.
They got a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. They're not going in blind, and
Mhm.
Mars probably communicating. Well, no, he's in the jail cell, so no, he's not communicating with them. But Lamar, at the end of the episode, man, is they got all the adults in the jail cell, and all of the hybrids are out. Joe's out. They got the xenomorph, the adult and baby, and they said we're gonna rule. Like, what you think, man? Rule the world or just rule the island? And they're also going by their names, their real names as well. You know,
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
think?
Well, we're going to have some problems with them because remember the one that was jealous of Wendy that kept right on wanting to be Cavalier's best buddy. Even she done jumped on board with the understanding that the humans are bad. I can easily see that there is going to be a civil war with those synthoids. Joe might have to be the one to bring everybody together because Wayland Yutani is coming. They're coming. And
Mhm.
if I was writing the show, I would start next season with how Wayland Yutani gets in there, helps Morrow get free, Maybe they'll force Boy Cavalier to put some socks and shoes on, sign some paperwork to say that we'll keep you alive as long as you help us understand your facility so that we can go and track these synths that you created and get our property back. If you don't want to do that, then you and all your people can die right here. So I can see that happening. And I think that the biggest conflict next season is going to be not with Wayland Utani and Kid Cavalier's company dealing with everybody, but more so trying to keep these synths on the same page so that they're not fracturing from within. Because
Right.
somebody's going to be jealous of Wendy and all her power. She
Yeah.
can control technology and she can control the xenomorphs. We don't know if she can control the baby xenomorph, but I look at it like this: as long as she can control the big xenomorph, then she can control the baby through the big one if she can't directly control the baby xenomorph herself.
Well, let me switch the words up for you. I don't know if control is the right word to use. I said communicate. Yeah, you agree?
Let me put it in terms like this: when you have a pet dog and you tell him to sit, is that controlling or communicating, or both?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Then she's doing both.
All right. Well, y'all let us know what y'all think. Are those your final thoughts, sir?
Best series of the season on TV so far. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it, and make sure you watch our reviews too, because we be calling some good shots up here, man. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I thank B. Avery for having me on this review team with him. He know I be having these crazy conspiracy theories, and if I give out 5, I usually get 3 right. And I want to thank him for having me on this team. So yes, those are my final thoughts.
Well, and you're welcome, sir, and thank you for joining me, man. I really do appreciate it, bro. I really do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to do it. That is going to wrap it up for our Alien Earth season 1 recap and reviews. This was episode 8, The Real Monsters. We will be here same time, same place for season 2. They better have one, even though it hasn't been announced yet. I'll be upset. I can't wait. If you're watching
Right.
this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. If you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my review for him with Marlon Wayans. He did a great job, but the movie wasn't the best. So yeah, let me know what you think of that. But guys, we just want to thank you again for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Oh, great. This doesn't want to stop.